Hello, good evening, and welcome to the stream. Yes, indeed, we are live. Yes, we are. Good Lord. Watching the various... It is the... I just tweeted. It just showed me a tweet, which I just... It was a very strange video. Indeed. People being idiots, basically. And it completely mesmerised me. The algorithm works, after all. Shelby Info, welcome to the stream. Excuse me. Now, I'm not sure what we're doing tonight. There may be a Find a Friend, or it may be next weekend, I don't know. Lady Skycannon, welcome to the stream. I'm just posting social medias here. Don't mind me. And I'll do one over on the blue sky. Quite like. It's not full of crap. It's not owned by that man. I want to leave it at that. Right, okay. So we got that on there. We got this one here. Okay, let's go to the live screen. Alright, where are we? There we are. And there'll come a time. Alright, Freelancers is finished, hasn't it? Finished on yesterday. And I don't have it, and... Yes, the Herald has gone. There we are. Not to worry. It's logging bank for a transfer to my baby Krat. He made a baby Krat. How very lovely. Right. Alien mission handler. No, regular agency mission handler. Yes, indeed. So how's everyone's weekend been? Have you been well? Have you had fun? Ooh, Black Market Bioware. We'll need spaces. Senior agency. It's going to be another Mantis Den. Well, Smuggler's Den. Mantis Hive. And an Alien Daily. No. An Alien Daily. Dalium. That was it. I'm trying to remember. Someone in the chat's wife suggested that. So, yeah. It did make me chuckle. Place the bomber. Okay. Right, let's get some buffs. And of course, it might be Monday for you, but it's kind of my Sunday, so beer o'clock, everyone. He's now 122. Well, you know. Baby-ish, but yeah. Where do I go? Tier, I want to go. All right, just get the... There we go. That should be everything. Didn't get NCU. Oh, did I miss the prompt? I probably did. Ah, there we go. All buffed up. No, give myself composite infuses. So I did. We can get composite moochums, but it's only 1 hour, so What are we now? We're 186 and I can't put this armour on until 190. I do want to put it on. I don't think we'll do it tonight. We'll have to see. Plus 90 is fine, plus it's 4 hours, so yeah. Okay. 4 Fists of Kali for 2 hours. Crit buff 4. Yeah, we're good. Right. We'll go for a bit of Place the Bomber. I'm going to go through the mission agency because of reasons. Yeah, let's put that there. And that. Should have enough space once we've got rid of that for the other mission. Teleport initiated. Pew! Haha, we did it. We're on the spike of win. Yeah, so how's everybody's weekend been? Shelby Info, how was yours, or was it all work? All work, as per the norm. Yeah, I do Saturday mornings, which is why I've kind of stopped doing regular Saturday streams, because I'm just tuckered out by, 10 o'clock Saturday night. When we had the alien events and stuff, it was enough excitement to keep me going. And if we've got to find a friend or something, then yeah, I'm up for it. Because they're fun as well. Can't believe the last thing Funcom did was shit on us by removing Arcs. Well, it didn't just remove Arc. It wasn't... It's not like they specifically thought, let's do something mean to the Anarchy Online players. It wasn't like that. It was a case of, they've passed new label laws and we're in violation of them with the Arc program and other volunteer programs in our various games. So we're going to have to cancel them down. That's what happened, essentially. That's the official thing. So yeah, it was crap for us, and it was worse for Arc. The way they handled it was awful. They could have handled it a lot better. However, it is what it is. You can't take it back, it's done now. I have 10 more payments on the business, and I'll have paid off working, so working as much as my body can handle to hurry it up. Oh God. Yeah, I'm okay for working. I'm gonna have to work for a good few years yet. I mean, the old rules meant I would have retired in 9 years with a state pension, which you pay into all your life. But they moved the goalposts, so I'll be doing it for a bit longer. can smell burn. One sec, guys. I'll work to my 70s, yeah, I'll probably be the same, I think. Right, yeah, so we, last weekend, lost our beloved oven of 13 years. Yeah, bought a brand new oven in 2012, a Bosch thing. Very simple, timer and a temperature and, you know, a couple of functions like grill and whatnot. Very basic thing, but really well made. Anyway, last Saturday, I was cooking like a pasta bake, and then it'd been going 20 minutes or so, all normal, thinking, oh yeah, I'll go take the foil off in 10 minutes and then give it 15 minutes just to crisp up on the top. And then, poof, all the power went out. Thought, oh, the hell? Go out, check the fuse box. Oh, it's gone off. Turn it back on. Oven comes back on. Lights, fans going. Think, all right, cool. So I leave it on time. And then realise the oven ain't working. There's some latent heat because it's been on for 20 minutes and it's been preheated, but there's no heat. I'm like, damn. So the element's gone. Start Googling elements. I could change out something like that. I used to service TVs and whatnot, so I know my way around electrics. You can't get one unless you buy it from some eBay shop and it's some, I don't know, Chinese knockoff version, not the original part. And I'm like, no, not in an oven. I don't think so. So Sunday we go shopping. All the nope. Yeah, not in a, you don't order safety critical parts from unknown vendor in China. No. Sorry, China. Oh, wrong NPC. So, yeah, I thought, yeah, no. We're not doing that. So, yeah. Went out to the hardware store. It's called Curry's. It's kind of like electrical goods store, you know, TVs, washing machines, yada yada. We bought a new one, but it's all modern features and stuff. It's got like an air fryer built in. It's got I'm like, I was laughing at the guy. I go, what's the difference between an oven and an air fryer? And he said, one word, temperature. I was like, right, okay. Tell me more. It does steamed cooking. It does steam clean, self-clean. Oh yeah, all the bells and whistles. Anyway, you know, you need a degree from NASA to fly the thing. Anyway, that showed up on Wednesday. Yeah, it's pretty good. But we've never used the pizza function until tonight, and we're cooking pizzas tonight. So it's the first time that element had come on. So there was a little bit of a smell, even though we wiped it, washed all the gubbins that come with it, and ran it. So it gets the main, you know, oils or whatever are on the heating elements and whatnot. Get all that burned off before you put any food in it. Right, anyway, yeah, so that's all it was. Black market Bioware. Yeah, so just one of them things. Bread proof. Yeah, it has a, like you put a container that it comes with, you fill the container with water, and it creates a much higher humidity while it's cooking bread or cakes, and they rise way higher. Stuff like that. You can even connect to your phone and somehow it tells you when to clean it. Yeah, it does all that shebang. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm so used to cooking something quickly with the old one. Like, you run it 10 minutes on the temperature you want and it's preheated. Then you slam in whatever you want and it preheats. This one's similar, but you just set the temperature you want and wait for the alarm. Yeah, cleaning it, like the whole inside is all enamelled. Every inch of the inside is just completely enamelled. So you just go in with warm soapy water, everything's clean. It's really cool. So yeah, a lot easier to clean as long as you don't. We've not had any accidents with it yet, so nothing's got burned out or anything. And it uses about half the amount of kilowatts that the old one did, despite producing the same amount of heat. So that's cool. Where do I want to go? Yeah, let's go via. There's Hope. Yeah, I think Hope is kind of the nearest. Well, Sentinels is there, but I think Hope. No, Sentinels would be the nearest. Sentinels is nearer. Yeah, the easy clean interior is great. You just put a tub of water or a tin of water kind of thing in there, a tray, and let it simmer. And then wipe it out. Job done. It's great. So I'm not au fait with it yet. I will be. I'll figure it all out. The glass top, yeah. Yeah, it's just the oven unit we've got. We have a gas hob. Which I fitted originally, because it came with a flexi hose. But since we had the kitchen redone, they hard plumbed it in with proper, piping and stuff. So if it ever needs anything doing, we're going to have to call someone in, because I ain't messing with that. I mean, I kind of know how to do it, but I'd always be doubtful about if I'd soldered the pipe work up properly. And it's gas, so it needs to be signed off, So yeah, sometimes I do sort of go, yeah, you know enough, but do you? I know enough. You know what I mean? So I am practically minded. I can understand how a lot of things work, but it goes back to watching a program in the very late 70s by a guy who was, I don't know if he's actually a professor of anything, a guy called James Burke with an E on the end. Very intelligent guy, great presenter. He was the British correspondent for all the Apollo missions. So he was there, for Apollo 13 and everything. Anyway, he had a show called Connections. And the first episode of which is called Technology Trap. Bear in mind, it's pre-80s, so the amount of technology we had then versus how much technology we have now is staggering. But he was saying, you get in a lift, you do this, you get on a tube train, you do that. You just accept that it works and people know how it works. Use it every day and you're reliant on it. However, you can't repair it. We're all... Because it's about specialisation, etc. So... And I remember watching that at that impressionable age. So when did it come out? 78, 79? So I was like 10 years old or something. I remember watching it and thinking, oh, wow. You know, he's right, you know. So I was immediately like, oh, I don't want to be in a technology trap. I want to have a good general understanding how everything works, so I can't become trapped by it. And that's never really left me. For most people, they get to about 30, and any new technology that comes in after that, they kind of, yeah, I don't like it. It was better the old way. You know, like almost poo-poo it. But yeah, I didn't. I've always tried to stay abreast of it all. I'll find it for you. In 1 second, start shooting you. Games with connections. Yeah, so this came out on, I think it's The Trigger Effect is the episode. I think, yeah. There you go. Used to watch Tomorrow's World in the 80s. Oh yeah, I used to love anything like that. Of course, now my grandfather was an engineer in the Royal Air Force. But he did die when I was quite young. But he impressed upon me, you know, basic mechanical principles and stuff. And gave me a good sort of basis for, you know, how structures work, how support works, how pulleys work, how gears work, you know, all of that. And all with things like, you know, the Meccano sets. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3 parts. I'm not sure how many we need. I think there's one more we need. That one. Isn't there a chest piece as well? Kill and bring back 3. Ah, well, we've got 3. We're good. Okay. Just the 3. Thank you all. Shelby info. Yeah. So, yeah, I had... my toys were Meccano. I don't know if you have this in America. Yeah, so it's all this sort of stuff. It's all metal. And you got to bolt it all together. It wasn't as nice as that, though, back then. It was a lot more basic. Yeah, that's the Meccano I kind of had. Yeah, this kind of stuff. So lots of bolts, screws, motors, gears, pulleys. This was a kid's toy, right? So yeah, I used to build all manner of stuff out of that. Yeah, so those are great toys for that kind of kid. And another one I had was called Fisher Technique. Yeah, I think I called it Fisher Technique at the time. It was a plastic sort of version of the same thing. But again, yeah, that was it. They're like build boards, various bits that interlocked so you could build together. It wasn't as robust as Meccano. Meccano was pretty tough stuff. Yeah, so I used to play with this all the while as well. That Legos, you know, that was my childhood. It was that sort of stuff. You know, I still had the G.I. Joes, except in the UK they were called Action Man. Made by the same company, but marketed for Europe. You know, so I still had the action figures and, you know, all that stuff. I had a Bionic Man toy as well. If you guys remember the Bionic Man, yeah. I had an action figure of him. And he had like a rubber skin roll that you could roll up his arm with bits of circuitry in it and stuff. That wasn't circuitry, it was all pretend, you know. But yeah, this was the guy. It was Lee Majors. Yeah, he had like his bionic eye was just like a mini telescope, like plastic lens thing, really cheap. Yeah, and you could get him with the service bay that he'd sit on. But he had like a rubber latex kind of skin on his arm that would roll up and stuff. Oh, and there was his arch enemy guy. Sort of had that as well. Oh, it wasn't metal underneath. I can't remember actually what it looked like. Yeah, there were like three. I only had one of them. Yeah, and he came with the rocket ship he crashed in, so he'd be going, Steve Austin, man barely alive, we can rebuild him, you know, and you'd pretend you were fixing him and stuff. That was his arm. Yeah, but yeah, it was clear plastic with circuits drawn on it. But this had like a rubber sheath on it that rolled down it. Yeah, I had all those kind of toys. Better, stronger, faster. Man barely alive. The $6 Million Man. That was the name of the show, I think. Stretch Armstrong. Yeah, I had one of those. They were pretty cool as well. Dun 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 dun. Ding 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 ding. Ding 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 ding. You jump over a big high wall. Ding 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 ding. Lift something heavy. Ding 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 ding. This awesome sort of sound effect. Mission complete. It was good stuff. It was. And it got very odd as the seasons rolled on. Like there was one where he was sent to find Bigfoot, and then it turned out Bigfoot was another cyborg of some kind. It's just bizarre. And then they did the Bionic Woman with Lindsay Wagner. And I properly had a crush on her. Yeah, she had bionic ear instead of a bionic eye. But then she also had a bionic arm and a pair of bionic legs. So she was super fast, super strong, could jump over stuff. So she had her own show, and then I think they team up a couple of times. Really cool. He's probably more Lee Majors is probably more well known for there was another show he did shortly afterwards called The Fall Guy. I don't want to kiss and tell, but I've been seen with Farrah. It's true, I have my body out for pay. Hey, hey. He had a real cool pickup, and yeah, he was like a Hollywood stuntman. And apparently the reason that show got greenlit was during the making of Bionic Man or similar, one of the stunt guys got hurt or killed, and the actor Lee Majors kind of went, yeah, we're going to make a show in dedication of these guys that really make it work, you know, the Fall Guys. We form a team because this is easier to do with a big high-level toon. Alright, I'm going to get myself into the safety spot. We got GS4 last time. Let's see what we get this time. Let's get up where we're going. Wrong. F9. Shift F9. GS1. Okay. Night Rider. Yeah. Kit. The Trans Am with a computer brain. That was awesome. Yeah, those shows were something else. Yeah, but you should definitely watch James Burke's Connections, just to see how various inventions on different parts, in different parts of the world, how they influenced each other, and we end up where we are now, kind of thing. It's pretty cool. Yeah, James Burke is less of a scientist, more of a polymath. You know, like he kind of understands so many things. He sees the interconnectedness of it all. It's quite a good worldview to have. Certainly makes technology a lot less frightening. Once you understand it. There we are. Lady Attis is now following. Thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Oh, nice. You like a bit of Anarchy online. So, do I. Right, let's go. Where'd those other two nanos go? They were in that room, weren't they? Okay. There's one. Bye-bye, Mantis. Right. Grabbing another cold one. James Burke's series were always approachable. Yeah, he could make some of the most complex interrelationships between different inventions around the world completely accessible to anyone, you know. And I think the thing that really sets apart a real genius is someone that understands something so well they can explain it to absolutely anyone. Because there's plenty of people go, oh, I'm a genius. But they can't explain anything to anyone. Because deep down, they don't really understand it. Whereas he does. And that's the difference. Anyway, I'll be back. I'm just getting a beer, fear not. I think he's on Curiosity Stream now. Oh, yeah, it could be. Let's have a look. Yeah, we don't get that in the UK, unfortunately. Well, not that I know of. He is getting older now. He is quite an older guy. Curiosity. Yeah, James Burke. Yeah. Yeah, same guy. He's got this great speaking voice, you know, and everything else. He's kind of famous for what? I just got teleported all over the place. Yeah, for this one shot, where they do, it was kind of one of the Saturn rocket launches, and he does this big walk along, and then he's explaining, well, if you mix hydrogen and oxygen at the right quantities and set a spark, blah blah blah, but he's going through the whole, you know, this is how it works, and then goes, you get this, and the rocket launches all live. There was no CGI back then. There was just scheduling and someone counting down in his ear or something, you know. Yeah, he still does like TED Talks and stuff. But yeah, he's one of my favourite presenters. It was kind of him. There was David Attenborough doing Life on Earth. Remember that, guys? Oh, I still love him. I still rewatch that. I had the book of Life on Earth as a Christmas present, I think. Way back when. It was still current. It was a big glossy hardback book with lots and lots of really detailed photos. Used to love reading that, don't I? And then you had Carl Sagan doing Cosmos. I used to love that too. I just nuked the wrong mob by accident. There you go. Yeah, Carl Sagan. The various episodes where I think I can't remember how many episodes there were, but I remember recording all of them on Betamax. So there you go, aged myself there. But yeah, I can remember watching them and just being like, wow, you know, that's how this works, that's how this other high concept works, as far as we know. But he had a really broad world view as well, and I think that imprinted on me at a very young age, and it's kind of stayed with me, which is no bad thing, I think. No, is this the... Yeah, it's the AFKers are still here. Deary dear. Lag. Okay. Is there a Guardian? No, Breeder. There's a Guardian up here somewhere. There he is. Yeah, this is kind of not very sporting behaviour, but there you go. That's what people are like. It was enough to go round, but yeah, they're just AFK. They were in the Ravs room for quite a while, like weeks. It's like, oh, great. Yeah, he did loads of various connections, and the way they're put together with the various actors doing the period pieces and stuff like that, it really transported you into what he's talking about. They're just incredibly well put together. They feel effortless, you know, because of that. So the knowledge almost feels effortless because of that. You know, it's yeah, it's a bit of a thing. One more. Gonna find one more. They're normally here, but obviously we've got the AFK bros over here. Hogging the mobs. Yeah, what's Curiosity Stream on? What network or streaming service is it on? Because I wouldn't mind watching him even now. I mean, God, he must be knocking on now. He must be in his 80s. Doesn't say his date of birth. He is kind of timeless, isn't he? Oh, just James Burke, maybe. Yeah, 88 years old he is. Oh my God. So the Curiosity Stream. What's that on? Was it Curiosity Stream? Yeah, Curiosity Stream. Loop platform. Curiosity Stream. Where can you get it? Oh, we can get it on Amazon. Oh, hang on. Before I do that and dox myself. Yeah. Gamel 11111. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. How the devil are you, sir? I'm okay. How's the stream going? All good. How are you, good sir? I've not seen you in a little while. Had mild concern. I hope you're well. Let's give it another big dot. Ooh, another ring. Energy damage. Oh, have I got no space? What's... Oh, yeah, that can... Bye. That can go. To figure out how you combine all those one day. Right, I'm going to get out of here on this character. Been a bit rough, but on the mend. Glad to hear it. You'll be back in the pub before you know it. I've been feeling better lately. I don't know if you told, we got a new mattress in the new year. I think. Or was it just before? Yeah, it was just after. Yeah, so early January. And we got to rotate it and flip it every week. We've been doing that. My God, do I sleep better. I was like, God, I wish I'd bought this mattress 5-6 years ago before our old one was done. Because the one we had was one of these built-in memory foam tops and stuff, which when we got it was great. But memory foam isn't forever. Yeah, it wears out and eventually it does nothing. So you're just lying on the coil springs or whatever. So, yeah. But this new one, none of that. It's all traditional construction and everything else. You've got a duck down duvet, box pillows. Oh my God, it's so comfortable. I get in it and that's it. I don't know another thing till I wake up. You sleep in that like you did when you were 7 years old, you know, in your own bed. You gone, nothing, oblivious to the world. It's brilliant. What are we on? Well, we probably want actually to go to Shadowlands and get a doja in Penumbra. We are currently saved in Inferno. Oh, I did a research. Okay, what research did I do? I did Intuition 6, time space. Okay, nice. I've got some very low ones, so I'm going to fill them. Actually, let's do Empathy 3. No, Meditation 4, I think. Smashing Fist, when in combat, yada, yada, yada. Okay. Suloxy, welcome to the stream. Now, my quickest way to Penumbra is actually running from Adonis. You'd think, oh, that's backwards, but to get to the mobs you want to get to, yeah, it's kind of the nearest. So I do prefer that one. Where am I going? This way. Yeah, those shows were great. I mean, there probably are still shows like that, but there's to me, there's like a big difference between Neil deGrasse Tyson and Carl Sagan. I don't know what it is. I think it's their delivery. Carl Sagan was always very laid back and kind of collected, and Neil deGrasse Tyson is like bursting with information and knowledge, and it's like he's trying to like get it out as quickly as he can on every show. And it's just differences in delivery. I think they're both probably as clever as each other's way. Yeah, it's the style. Yeah, with Carl Sagan, he goes, imagine, if you will, a place called Flatland, and and just had this awesome kind of way of delivering the information. It was paced, it was relaxed and assured, whereas Neil deGrasse Tyson, hyper intelligent man, but he's like, can't wait to tell you this thing. He's like caffeinated to, he gives that, I've had a lot of coffee this morning, Yeah, Sagan always felt like a storyteller, and Neil deGrasse Tyson is just like, quick, get the information across, They are different styles. I'm sure they're equally as smart or whatever, but yeah, it's just the delivery that's different. It's like, what was the guy called? The Australian guy with the animals, and he was just a wonderful guy, and very sadly died, didn't he? And you'd think nothing of eating anything, and he was an Australian guy, blonde hair, stocky. His son's carrying the torch for him now, doing the same thing. I can't think of his name off the top of my head. Oh my God. Yeah, it's like the difference between him and David Attenborough, Steve Irwin. That's it. He was amazing, we got a croc here. He might bite me, but, we're going to do... he was just oblivious to any danger he was in at any time. And it's like the difference between his kind of personality and like David Attenborough feels like he's telling you a story. It's the two. It's the maybe it's generational as well. The younger guys are keener and more caffeinated, and the older guys are more studious and prepared. Kind of, I don't know. Yeah, it's a shame about Steve Irwin. I loved his shows and stuff. Wasn't he pierced by a mako or something? Like a sword shark harpooned him? Or something crazy like that? A stingray? Have they got? I thought it was like a mako. Freak accident. Wow. Mind you, he constantly felt like he was putting himself in danger, didn't he? So, I doubt he'd wanted to go out any other way, thinking about it, He thought he was going to die in a car crash since he travelled. Yeah, because Australia's deceptively large as well, isn't it? People think, Australia's this little like... No, it's a humongous continent. It's massive. Yeah. Yeah, his son's carrying the torch for him now, and his daughter as well, I believe. But his son is very reminiscent of his father, so... Yeah, I know he died in the sea, but I thought it was like he was harpooned by a mako or something. Because those things will kill you, They'll kill you. They won't bite you, but they'll kill you, My father and grandfather used to go mako fishing. They always said they were the most dangerous thing you ever pulled upon the boat, so. Between them, they built a 6-berth cruiser just to go mako fishing. And my dad built it in the kind of front and back garden at the same time, just because of the size of the shell. Stingray barb through the heart. Wow. Got someone to replay AO recently. I'm about to join them. Ha! Nice. I've never really left. I've had breaks from AO, but I've always, you know, even when I went on a break for about 3 years, I'd still log in every other month. You know what I mean? Never really went away. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Yeah, I've tried loads of other MMOs. And yeah, they always kind of feel like they just don't quite scratch the same itch. You know, they're just not quite as good. Or they lack feature XYZ, or, you know, just something not quite there with other games. And that's why I keep coming back to this one. And other people say, oh, well, you know, it's such an expensive game. Well, it's the same price it was in 2001. Unlike most other things. You know what I mean? It's cheaper than Netflix, and I spend more time in AO than I do on Netflix, so to me, still kind of worth it. Oh, I didn't want that guy. Frozen rafters don't drop doges, despite people who seem to think they do. Frosty rafters can do them. Chris, I just rejoined yesterday because of your streams. Well, I do apologise, Chris. Sorry. Okay, we just want to take this one guy down. We're going to check his loot and then we're out of here. We've got too many mobs on me now. Okay, okay. No, nothing on that one. Okay. Bail. It was much bigger than Netflix. Yeah, like, you can binge watch stuff on Netflix, but it's not like Netflix made half of it. I mean, some of the stuff they do make is okay, but most of the stuff they make is garbage. Netflix special made by Netflix, and you watch it and go, oh god. Like, they had the Witcher IP and Henry Cavill, and I thought, oh, they can't fail. And I was like, what? Why the hell have you done this? Okay, well, we'll go with it. And then, like, each season just got worse and worse and worse. Like, now they're on number 3, and I'm like, I don't think I'm going to bother with this. You know, at this point, Cavill's out. Oh, okay, no, I'm done with this. You know. Especially when you read Cavill clashed with the production team because he was going, but that's not what Geralt's like. Geralt doesn't do that in the books. These characters don't do that in the books. They're not like that. They're this. That's what's in the books. And they've decided, no, we know better. It's like, you really, really fucking don't. You don't know better. Stop it. Stop trying to second guess what the author came up with and made the thing popular to begin with. You know, stop doing that. That's stupid. And it's incredibly arrogant as well. You don't know better than the original creator what the characters would do or not do. It was like during Lord of the Rings, making that. You had Ian McKellen going, it was on set with the books, going, well, actually, what Gandalf says is, and insisted they stuck to it. You know, even with the liberties they took with the books. And they did, but they did it in service to, well, things translate differently on screen than they do in on paper, which I accept. But there's a limit to how, Rings of Power. I watched like 3 episodes and thought, this is dog shit. This is just really awful writing. I don't care about anyone in this show. I don't care what the stakes are. Why the hell are there families of orcs? Orcs are an abomination created by Sauron. They're not even completely sentient in the books. They're drones. They're like worker bees. They're just... Why have they got families now? Why have you done that? And just thought it was garbage. Yeah, the actors turn up and do their job. I've got nothing against the actors, Christ, they're working actors going, oh wow, I've got a big show, good for them. But then they get handed this sort of, and they may be unaware of the original material and, just go, okay, and they just go along with it, but... Yeah, no, Rings of Power is, god-awful. It's like, it's more Dallas than it's Lord of the Rings. It's just why are you doing this? You've got this amazing IP, I found Game of Thrones the same. Books great, program poor. Maybe, but I'd never read the books, so I was okay with the show. So if you come in blind, I think there is an element of that. I did care about what happened to the characters in the show. Having not read the books, maybe the books tell a very different story. I mean, the way it ended was like... seasons 7 and 8 were just like, what the f*** is this? You know what I mean? I was genuinely like, what the hell even is this? Why is this character doing this now? I don't understand. This is not that character. It just... Anyway, I'm getting a beer. Yeah, it was all right up to season 6, I guess. And then, yeah, I bailed at season 7 and 8. I can't be arsed. Yeah, I don't know what it is with TV scriptwriters thinking they can outdo or second guess novelists. I don't get it. Right, have you got a book deal? No. Have you? You're a writer. You must have tried to get a book deal. Couldn't get one. Okay. But think that you're a good enough writer that you can second guess someone that does have a book deal and a series of incredibly successful novels. Okay then. That's what's stupid about it. I mean, give me a story with consistent characters, or characters with a believable storyline and stuff like that, and it works. You know, you want to watch it, you want to see how things develop. But when you break that immersion by imbuing them with characteristics they've not had for the last 5 series, and there's no reason why that would change. There's no narrative reason why that would change. You're like, no, this doesn't work. It's like fanfic, you know? It's a shame, really. Yeah, the Rings of Power, just like, I even felt a bit about the Hobbit trilogy. Why is it a trilogy? It's not even half the length of the first book. You know, bloody adverts. Nothing I can do, dude. They're automated. If I could do it with none, I would, but Twitch don't let you do it. There's like a Twitch Prime now, I think. Or something like that. Not Nitro, that's Discord, isn't it? There's some version of Twitch where you pay a little bit every month. And you don't get ads. But it's divided against every monetized streamer, so I don't know if it's that good an idea or not. No, I don't want a sod in Hoover. Yeah. Yeah, I've got no say in it. I've got no say in it. There we go. Come on. Give me a doja. Give me a doja. Oh, he heard me. How about that? There you go. Frosty rafters, drop them. Regular rafters don't. Frozen rafters do not drop them. Frosty rafters do. There you go. You block Origin, use it with Firefox. I got a plugin for Amazon Prime. Quick, do the lottery. Yeah, so there's a plugin for Amazon Prime. You know, like they put ads on their paid subscription stuff now. I mean, it was egregious enough when they were charging you for premium content. But yeah, so they added that to their system. So, this service that you got as an incidental for having an Amazon Prime account, we're now going to try to monetize it further because I'm not fucking rich enough yet, says man who builds space rockets to play Spaceman. So someone came up with a plugin that they can't get rid of, and what it does is it plays the adverts at 100 times speed. So the ad comes on and it's like, and it's gone. It's just gone. So the ad plays, you've no idea what it was. Blink and you'll miss it. It's awesome. I tried it out the other night, and it's just like I was watching like Reacher. It's one of them shows that's actually good. That's been made by Amazon Prime, and yeah, it just like an ad came on. It went like glance away from the TV for 10 seconds, and yeah, you've just not even 2 seconds. It's gone. I just thought that was awesome. Because when the ads come on, I mean, you just ignore them. You know, you just like mute the TV, go put the kettle on, or do something else. You're not watching those ads. Those ads are not doing anything for the advertiser, because no one's looking at them. You know, they come on and they're a nuisance, and people ignore them and basically resent them. They see your brand and resent it for being in the way of doing what they're trying to do, which is watch a particular show. YouTube have gotten smarter, though. They're doing a cheaper version of YouTube Premium for like a lot less than they were charging, because they were asking way too much. They want, give us £20 a month and you can watch YouTube without ads. What? Do you know how much Netflix is? Do you really think your content's up there with that? I mean, seriously? I don't think so. And they realised, I think, that nobody took it up. So they've done a new version, which is like $8 or something. So what's that, £5 in British money? And if you watch music videos and such, yeah, you'll get one ad or something like that. But any other content, no, you're fine. You know. Also, Pendoja took about an hour to find yesterday, but only 3 mobs today. The real AO experience, yeah, it's totally RNG, man. It is definitely RNG. What have we got? Oh, we've still got find and earn and bring it to Dr. Hestia for identification. Still got some Sheol stuff. Let's do a little bit more of that, because I do want the other bow nano, so. Yeah, we'll do another hour or so. We'll do that. Excuse me. Let's buff my MA skill and my crit. I give you 9 gazillion million creds. There you go. Yeah, you can spend hundreds of hours looking for a doja. I mean, seriously, you can spend a ridiculous amount of time. Well, all right, not hundreds of hours. No one's going to do that. But yeah, you can spend 4 or 5 hours trying to get a doja. You maybe killed 100 plus mobs, and then the next time you come out, you kill one, and there it is. So yeah, the true RNG experience. I'm here but chatting with a friend on WhatsApp. I don't have WhatsApp. Is it any good? I don't have that app. So I don't know what it's like. Chatting on WhatsApp. Is it like, are you talking in text? Is it that kind of deal? Text. I hate typing on a phone. That's probably why I've never bothered with it, but there you go. You can video call as well. Well, that's more useful, I guess, but what am I doing? Yeah, I want that. Right, urn. Urn. Where's the urn? I can't remember where I'm at. There's Dr. Hestia. A jar. Urn. Okay. I already got an urn. I think maybe I do. I just don't know where. Or maybe I've not gone and got it yet. Let's have a look. Razil, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Okay, let's run to the urn. Should be fairly easy at this level. No, Suloxy, it's not dropping more at a specific time. It's just not. It's RNG. If you kill 20 mobs and you don't get a drop, go back to the garden, zone back out and start again. You got more chance of getting a doja that way than not. That I've done 30, 40 times, and every time I do it, when I come back out of the garden, I get a doja a bit faster. Now, that's anecdotal evidence. It's not empirical evidence. But time of day, no. Doesn't seem to be a thing. No. Because I've played at all hours of the day and night. And it doesn't seem to make any odds, so. I used to be up at 7, do the school run, then I'd sit down, record a couple of hours of play, edit it, upload it, all of that. And the drop rate was exactly the same as streaming live 12 hours later. So, yeah. Oh, I've got a different quest here. No, that's not it. It's give you an urn. Where was the dialogue for an urn? Yeah, there we go. Can you have a look at this urn for me? Vineyard 4. Okay. I think we're near the end of the scientist quest now. I think. I'm pretty sure that's what this is. Talk to Vineyard 4 and then doesn't he send you to do something? I can't remember. Yeah. I think what zoning out of the zone is and then back in again resets the RNG, maybe. I'm not sure. If nothing else, it gives you a bit of a break from doing the same thing over and over. So I think maybe it does, but I can't be sure either way. No, don't drop me down the mountain. Oh, but it did. I can't remember which one sends you through the kind of platforming bit where you're on the tiny little paths hanging over a great abyss that drops you back to Rubicon. I think that's the Yutto's quest, not the Scientist quest, so I think we're pretty close to the end here. You've got no XP for the urn. I'm slightly disappointed by, I have to be honest. Do you know where I can find a tower quality 1 for crap pocket boss? A tower for a pocket boss? Do you mean an incarnator? Or crystal filled by the source? You can go to a higher level tower and do it. It doesn't have to be the same quality. It needs to be same quality or higher. If that's what you mean. For the crystal. You can find the crystals on GMI. That's what I normally do. You can get a 300 quality crystal and use it on a 150 pocket boss. Although it's kind of wasteful, I suppose, but you can. They're on GMI for like glumpence. Well, you can buy a ready-filled crystal. And as for tower spots, no idea. They change so often, you can barely keep track of it, to be honest. And a 150 tower is going to be incredibly hard to find, because no one plants 150 towers. They plant 147, 149 towers, so they can't be attacked by level 200s, and, you know. Yeah, if you go on GMI, I mean, we did the quest stage here that needed a crystal. And it was about 2k, I think I paid on GMI. For a couple of crystals. And you can always use a higher quality crystal than a lower quality one. As long as it's that quality or higher, it'll work. Yeah, but you can buy a pre-filled crystal on GMI. That's what I'm saying. Like, hang on, I'll show you. Yeah, I can't tell you where a 150 tower is, because that could be different 1 hour to the next, because towers change hands incredibly quickly. So I'll log this guy back in. We go to GMI. It might be there now, and you go there in 30 minutes, and it ain't there. And getting a 150 tower, no one plants a 150 tower, because it makes it more attackable, because of PvP ranges. So you'd be going to a 200 tower anyway. Thereabouts. But if you go on GMI... like so. Crystal filled. General. There's a pre-filled one. Quality 200, quality 300, quality 300. Yeah. That's how I do it. You get one of them. This guy's got 18 quality 200s. Just buy one of them. You'll see them in all kinds of qualities day to day, hour to hour, but bases, they change hands so quickly. With people botting in PvP, it's impossible to track who's got what where, you know, unless it's your base or your tower field. Then yeah, it's nuts. It's impossible to keep track of. It really is. Unless you're actively PvPing or something, you know. Oh, is Vanguard 4? I thought he was the guy before. Okay. He's all the way over here. I think this is the end of the scientist's quest. Ancient and talk to Wanyard 4. Right. Let's go do that. Yeah, trying to find the tower. I couldn't tell you between today and tomorrow. I mean, my God, they changed hands fast. Could you have a look at this urn and tell me what it is? Okay. I think this is the end of the scientist quest, which means we can go on with the other bit. Return to Dr. Darnell. She's the hippie lady on the little island, I think. I mean, you can fill a 150 crystal on a quality 200 tower. It doesn't have to be the same quality. You know, like clusters in implants, as long as they're the same quality or higher or within the percentile. It has to be within 80% of the quality if it's a shining and so on. You know, that kind of mechanic. But you can fill it at a higher quality source. No harm, no foul. So just find a high enough quality field if you really want to fill it for yourself. It doesn't matter. As long as it's that quality or higher, it will fill it. Or just build a ready-made. You know, or just buy a ready-made, rather. Yeah, well, just find any old tower that's the quality you want or higher, and it could change day to day which tower you could get. If you go to a quality 300 base, you will always be able to fill it. That's why people have 20 of them for sale. At whatever quality. They just go to the base that's there, you know. You go to a quality 300 control tower and you can fill a 150 source crystal. It will still fill it. It doesn't, as far as I remember, it doesn't matter. It just goes, yeah, okay. Like implants do. Okay, that's a quality 300 crystal. You're trying to put it in on quality 75. There's some of them, though, like Adult Death, that do have a minimum requirement, but I don't think the crystals do. As in, you know, you can't put a quality 100 cluster in a quality 50 implant if it's an Adult Death Job cluster, but any other cluster you can. Alright, gives you this. Am I getting XP from this? We're running around a lot. Yeah, there we go, 188. Anything else you can do to help you? Something sure. Yes, see Dr. Hestia. That's why she's busy. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, Dr. Hestia. I don't need to find her. I know exactly where she is. We're going back to running back in because that's nearer than running all the way back from where we are. I don't think Dr. Hestia gives you much at this point. I'm not sure. Yeah, you can go to a higher quality tower and do it, I'm sure. Inferno, back to Nascence, through the Job. Still got the buff from before, so we should be able to just go straight through. There we go. Time for some fun dual logging my info. Sounds good. Right, well, we know where Dr. Hestia is, so quick run over there. Zuloxy, time to go to bed. Good night, Zuloxy. Thanks for dropping by. Right, Dr. Hestia. I think this is pretty much the end of the quest. Dr. Darnell told me to ask you about some ritual artifact you found. Reciting. Please give me the details or find the artifact. Oh, God. Okay, it's fine. Oh, right, it's a pickup mission. All right. I'm getting another beer then if I'm going to have to do one of them. Yay. Right, I'll be back in a moment. Right, here we go. Same old run again. Only this time we've got to run round a mission and find something on the floor, I think. Spam the base. Yeah, spam the jump key and get to the top. There we go. Yeah. And then try not to fall down the entire side of the mountain. Except this bit. This bit's okay. That's somebody's pet, I think. Excelsior! Welcome to the stream. Let's talk politics. No, not on this channel. We get bombarded by enough of that on every other platform on the planet, so it's excluded from discussion on this stream, and any of my streams for that matter. Whales are included. Well, I don't think aquatic mammals care. They live in the sea. But did you mean Wales, the country? Which doesn't have a H, by the way. Yeah. So aquatic mammals, we can discuss those. If you mean Wales, the country, no H, sir. Yeah, the UK is a weird amalgamation of countries. People think Scotland is in England. It's like, no, the England and Scotland are two different countries, but the United Kingdom is three. Well, it's three countries: Northern Ireland, England, and Scotland, and Wales. Never defeated a sea monster. Yeah, so whales with a H are, large aquatic mammals. Wales, the country, is, a landmass to the west of the UK. Did I do something wrong, or once you pay a sub to your account, you can't go back to Froob? No, yeah, if you go paid, that's it. That account is paid forever. You can't go backwards. You can't go back to Froob. No. There's probably good and evil whales. Well, they're quite intelligent animals. So, yeah, I mean, it's not much of a stretch to assume that some are good-natured and some are not. I mean, they got some of the largest brains on the planet. They probably know more than we do. It's just the way we deal with knowledge and they deal with it. It's quite different. Let's leave country. Subscribe to Tier 1. They have subscribed for a staggering 50 months. Good gravy. Sorry, not in chat. And that's my 50 months, man. Thank you so much. And some other games. Yeah, that's cool, dude. Nothing to apologise for. Rest of your stream. I'm sure I will. Ah, there's our doohickey. And Beacon. What the hell did I pick up? Oh, I picked up a scepter. I thought we did this. Didn't we put the scepter on the altar or something at some point? Yeah, we did that ages ago. I'm sure we did. Anyway, yeah. I mean, the only good series I've watched lately has been Reacher. I just like Reacher. Especially the Amazon series is much more the books. That said, I've read like one of them a long time ago. Nothing against Tom Cruise. Tom's great, but, he's 5 foot nothing. Reacher is 6'5" in the books, so he's like a foot too short. So the way people react to him is going to be different. I'm sorry, if you're 5'5", male, dealing with someone versus a 6'5" male dealing with someone, they're going to treat you differently. Yes, they are. That's reality. And in a fight, yeah, the 6'5" guy's got a hell of a lot more reach. So, and he weighs way more. Yeah, the new guy doing Reacher is just bang on. He's not like some super handsome dude either. He just looks, he's kind of regular looking with his face. But his size and shape's awesome. And he seems much more the character. He's much more... There's much more anger in him, just in his eyes. When he's talking to people, you get the sense of, oh, this guy could really go, Gonna binge watch it. Oh, binge watch. Yeah, GE, not CH. Me giving you spelling lessons. Have you seen my typing? I'm going to binge watch the Bo MA series when I get some free. It's all on YouTube in 1440p, 60 FPS. So, yeah, much higher bitrate and all that. Full screen it, you'll feel like you're playing the game. It's been working forever in random comedies, even as one of the CGI turtles. Glad he's got a break on the show. Me too, yeah. He seems grateful for it as well. That's the thing. He's like, oh my God, I've got this really great show. So, yeah, the difference on this one is all the things I do on this character, they're all recorded. There's no kind of, with the Let's Builds, there's lots of bits that are omitted from the story or the journey because, off camera or off screen, I guess, I do implant upgrades because I don't think that's an interesting video, but maybe I'm wrong in that and people would have watched that or whatever. But with this, it's like, here it is in its entirety, day one to whatever day we get to, So the YouTube stuff is kind of cut down. There's no Twitch camera. There's no alerts, nothing. You might hear them, but you don't see them. So you get this really clean AO progression thing. That's the idea anyway. Tons of books to work off. Yeah, that's the thing. There's loads of great stories. The guy that actually created the stories, the British guy, which I was surprised to find he was British because of his knowledge of, because the whole thing's set in America and that. I thought it was some American guy was writing it, but no. In a TV interview, he's quite tall. The author is quite tall. And he was he'd lost one job and he was in a supermarket with his wife. And someone there said, "Oh, can you reach that for me?" to him, and I get that a lot as well. Can you reach this for me? And I'm, yeah, of course I will. Yeah, there you go. Being a taller person, well, no, I'm not even that tall. I'm not as tall as him. He's a good 3 inches taller than me, but or 2 inches taller than me. Anyway, so what am I doing? A delivery. Give Dr. Hestia the scan of the Yutto's wall carvings. Oh, wait, what? I thought I had to give you the scepter. What the hell? What am I doing? Dr. Hestia gave you a scan of the Yutto's wall carvings delivered to Dr. Jones. Dr. Jones is up at the top, isn't he? Would you consider yourself more well-read or intelligent than most of the British? No. I would not. I would say I'm an average person who wants to become... I'm an average person that wants to be a better person, which is what most British people are like. You still have your scuzzy... I'm a fucking moron, people in every society, and we've got our fair share of those. But by and large, people try to better themselves in the UK, try to learn more, try to understand more, become more learned. Is culturally, it's a British thing. It's not about becoming more wealthy. Wealth is incidental. It's about becoming more wealthy intellectually is more of a thing in the UK. And I certainly wouldn't put myself above anyone else. I do have conversations where I sense that I have more information than perhaps the person I'm speaking to, but that's not the same thing as intelligence. Is he going to go ask me to get the thingy eye? Because I think I already picked one up. I just have no idea where I put it. I like when people have a vast library of different feelings. I like common sense. You probably don't. You probably have not developed your common sense, there is a difference. It's like saying, I'm one of those people that can't juggle. No, you're one of the vast majority of people who've never learned to juggle. If you applied yourself, you could learn to. Unless there's, you know, any form of disability that would prevent you from doing so. What do you want now? You want this? Okay. Okay, I think I gave him the right thing, but I didn't get any XP, so I'm disappointed. Yeah, in the UK, becoming learned and informed and intelligent is kind of extolled. Becoming wealthy and whatever isn't. This is find the thingamajig eye. I think I've got one, but I don't think I have it with me. But I'm hoping it's not unique. Otherwise, I will have to go into my bank and find it. Right, I'm going to have a quick pee. Be back in a sec. Yeah, you shouldn't measure yourself by anybody else's measure. It is a thing. But yeah, in the UK, someone who's poor but quite intelligent and informed is regarded in much higher regard than someone who's ill-informed and has a small worldview but has lots of money. We're just like, money is sort of crass. It's a hard thing to explain, really. If you're British, you get it, because it's just how it is. But in Britain, someone that has low information and lots of money is just not regarded anywhere near the same way as someone with no money but lots of information and knowledge. They're regarded far higher. You know, because anyone can win the lotto, right? They didn't earn anything. It just is what it is. Give me the crusty eye. I think that's what I'm doing. Physical blah 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 blah. Crusty mates, yeah. Nope. Get rid of the blind. There we go. I'm sure I picked one up earlier, but that could have been a different character I did that on. So I'm not sure. You know, a vast library of different feelings. I like common sense, but I like to learn how to... Well, just keep reading, keep going to libraries, keep picking up books that challenge you. I mean, that's the thing, is... Britain is closer to the next generation than Dallas, you know? So... the enrichment of yourself, your drive for knowledge, what you know, what you understand, and what you can do with that knowledge is held in higher regard, definitely. Nucleus of the crusty ermite. Is that the thing I need? Or is it a crusty ermite eye I need? It's one of the two. Let's get both. We'll farm both if we can find both. Oh, is it crusty ermite eye? All right, what does the mission say? The mission says the physical anthropologist, Dr. Jones, wanted you to go and find the hiding crusty ermites to get hold of one of their nuclei. What's this? Nucleus. Oh, right, we got it. We good. I think I was thinking of the Inferno quest, where you need the the red-looking lump that's equally as odd to get. Yeah, I think that's what that was. Yeah, so Britain's very different. We extol people like Stephen Fry, who are learned and well-read and have a great breadth of knowledge. But Stephen Fry himself says, I'm not particularly clever, but I have learned a lot of information and I can cross-reference it quite easily. And we kind of like value that above, most other stuff. So it's... What was that episode of Star Trek? I think it was in the first or second season of TNG, where they revive a crew. Well, not a crew, a bunch of passengers who've been cryogenically frozen, and cure all the ailments they had. One's a country and western star going, well, all my stuff's brand new, kind of thing. And there's one guy and he's like a stock market, go-getter, ruthless bar steward. But he's right about the negotiation with the Romulans. He's going, they haven't got a clue. They're hoping you do. He's got good instincts in that regard. However, doesn't seem to understand that money doesn't exist anymore. And so therefore, what he had amassed was worthless. And he said, well, what's the challenge? And Picard famously says to him, well, it's about yourself. It's in bettering yourself. It's about understanding and learning more. And that's the most British thing ever. It really is. But no, there's people vastly more informed and clever than me. By a huge margin. I'm just an average guy that tries to do the same thing. That's all. And to the betterment of the quality of my life, because I relate to incidents and things that happen because of information. There we go. I think this is it. Find Frank Jobin. Frank is the guy that we did the other quest for, didn't we? To get the Intelli ring. I thought we'd done that. He's halfway down the ramp. That's what I remember. His son writes them now. I think he's still around, isn't he? The Jack Reacher guy. Reacher. There was a video of the author. Wait, author. Lee Child. Yeah, I think. Yeah, so Jim Grant under the pen name Lee Child, 29 books and a short story collection. Yeah. Yeah, it's a great show. I mean, it's kind of, the show is a bit of a power trip. You know, you're this 6'3" colossus who can use any weapon instantly, win pretty much any fight combatively. You know, your one-to-one combat skills are second to none, and yeah, you're kind of this like superhero almost figure. And you believe, but the thing that makes it work, I think, is Reacher is just. That's what makes it work. We all have an inbuilt or inherited sense of right and wrong. And Reacher is the ultimate answer to that. What if, you know, you could fearlessly defend the weak and support the right, you know, kind of thing. So it's a kind of a power. It's kind of a power trip that it's that which makes it popular. What I enjoy is the selflessness of the man. He doesn't have to do anything. He does not have to do anything. He's self-sufficient, has his, ex-service salary, has no kind of commitment to anything, and yet gets involved and puts his life on the line every time. But he does it on the basis of his own moral compass rather than because he's been ordered to do it. You know, so yeah, it works on a lot of levels. You know, so when I think there's a clip from the first season or second season where Reacher is waiting to use a cash machine, an ATM, for my American friends, and he sees a lady there, looks her up and down, reads the situation that she's under some sort of duress, and says, "Ma'am, don't turn around, but have you been carjacked?" "Yes, my daughter's in the car." And he says, "Okay, keep using the machine and don't look at me," and then walks directly up to the car, takes his jacket off, wraps it round his right hand, taps the window. The guy goes, "Yeah, what?" And he just puts his arm through the window, knocks the guy out, smashes his head into the steering column several times. Exactly, you know, like just ends the situation. He's just like, "Yeah, no, you're not doing that to this nice lady. Not on my watch, pal." And just, you know, that is a bit of a power trip, you know. We would all love to be able to do something like that, but most of us in that situation would just like turn our backs and run away. But he doesn't, and that's the power trip, you know. Oh my God, you know, the guy's got a gun, I'm unarmed. He's completely fearless in the situation, or accepts the fear and just does it anyway, you know. So yeah, it has that really cool thing to it. So what's this bit? Thieving spirits. Did we do this? Did we get the parts already? I don't think we did. But I'm going to leave it here, everyone. Yes, I am. I know it's almost 10 o'clock. It's late for me. Why was karate ever invented? Make people look bad when they go up against a mixed martial arts fighter. Because mixed martial arts came after karate but incorporates it. So karate was invented thousands of years before MMA. Okay, MMA is the evolution of Eastern fighting techniques and many other fighting techniques. It wasn't invented during the same time period as MMA. MMA is the resultant conglomeration of those fighting skills. The question is completely invalid because it lacks the information about where all these fighting techniques came from. It's like saying, you know, the question is invalid because you're kind of saying, why was a part of MMA invented before the whole of MMA? That's the question you're asking, and it's not a question you can answer because the question is invalid in the fact that MMA incorporates karate, jiu-jitsu, and hundreds of other sources of martial fighting techniques from different regions in the world. It was invented before because that culture and those people existed before MMA did by thousands of years. That's why. If that's an answer to a question that's invalid, then I suppose the answer is also invalid. Greeks held tournaments. They fought before karate, and they did learn from. What? They didn't learn from karate. Yeah, I know. And if someone had turned up at a Greek tournament with karate, they'd kicked some arse. It's a martial arts style, and since invented has evolved into a very disciplined and closed off and boxed off style of fighting, whereas MMA is a conglomeration of all those styles and therefore is much more open to different techniques and attacks and defense that doesn't exist in the closed off version of it, which came thousands of years previous. You will agree to disagree. Okay. So let's have a quick look. Okay. So karate origin. Yeah, so Shaolin so while we were still digging with sticks in the mud in the Western Hemisphere, the Eastern Hemisphere was way more advanced. Okay, I don't know if you're aware of this, but the East evolved far before the West. You've never seen it used in... Well, I don't watch MMA. I don't care about MMA. So what's your question? Is it a question, or did you just want to have a go at a particular fighting style? Because that's what it sounds like. I mean, Greek wrestling involves oils. It was a proof against karate. Right, okay, so we could consolidate the entire conversation down to you saying, I don't like karate. Couldn't we? We could, yes, there you go. So, was it a question? No. So, basically you're going, I don't like karate. Okay. Then don't do it. What's that got to do with anything? MA in the game with a bow. Yeah, if you could use a bow in MMA fights, how do you think they'd go? Corner to corner, one guy can do like 90, 100 martial art fighting stances, techniques, jiu-jitsu, judo, kung fu, whatever. And I'm on the other side with a 250-pound crossbow. Who's going to win? Well, it depends. Can they get out of the way that fast? Because if they can't, they're going to die. I don't... There's just no debate. I don't understand what... You just wanted to say, karate's crap. That's what the conversation is. It's like, well, okay. But if you have a karate match between two people and you can only use karate, you can't use any other technique other than what is in karate, then it's a sport, isn't it? Like, yeah, you can do javelin, but you can't use an RPG. Oh, so I've actually got to throw it. Yeah, you got to throw it. Okay, so I can't use a Wamara like the Aboriginal Australians do. No, you can't use a Wamara. I require real-world application. Okay, if you use a Wamara, it's like a stick shaped in a semi kind of a curved thing with a hook on the end, and you put that on the back of the spear. So you're giving your elbow to wrist extension, meaning you can throw a spear approximately 4 times further and faster than you can with just your arm, which is why you can't use it in a javelin competition. But when you're hunting something for food, all bets are off. The Romans and their warfare skills, they were the first organised army, Western army. They weren't the first organised army, but they were the first Western organised army. Had the Romans fought Japan and China back in the day, and they didn't, because they didn't aware really of each other's existence, it would have been quite an interesting battle, because it was the Eastern cultures that discovered gunpowder, and in warfare that it would have eventually developed into cannons and guns. Whereas the reason the Western societies accelerated as quickly as they did was the discovery of glass. Eastern cultures didn't discover glass. Now, the reason why that becomes a thing is scholars are useful for longer. So without glass, you don't discover lenses. Without lenses, you don't discover looking glasses, telescopes, microscopes, being able to read in your later years despite the amount of knowledge you're walking around with. Whereas in Western culture, we discovered glass. The Romans had glass, and we used glass extensively. We discovered if it was bent in a certain shape, you could focus and yeah. This is in a James Burke's Connections, which I was talking about earlier. So again, it's information, isn't it? So the more information you have, the more informed you are about why the world is the way it is. It's like if someone comes into an MMA fight and all they do is box, they're going to lose, right? Because because in boxing you can't, round kick someone across the side of their head and outreach them by a country mile, because your legs are much longer than your arms, right? So the whole kind of thing in the beginning doesn't make any sense. It's saying, well, why can't sprinters run as fast as a Formula One car? Because they're a human being. They're limited by how fast they can move their legs, arms and everything else and breathe and get running. Whereas the other thing is a combustion engine, yada, yada, yada. They're just two apples and oranges, man. Boxing limitations, but it's apples and oranges, man. It's apples and oranges. You can't go, oh, this is better than... No, because boxing is its own thing. It's that you can only do this thing. Here's the rules. Do anything outside of that, and it's an elite. You have to win within these rules. It's like going, well, I played chess, but apparently I can't pick up my knight and turn it into a lightsaber and cut the other guy in half. What's the point? Well, the point is it's a game of playing within the rules of the game. That's, yeah. So, real life application, you're never going to use mixed martial arts in a situation like that. What you're going to do in a real life situation, if someone starts on you, is distract them, discombobulate them, disable them, and then run the fuck away. Otherwise, you think you're operating in a Hollywood movie, and that's not how it works. You go bang, get yourself out of the immediate danger, and then run like fluff in the opposite direction to the people attacking you. That's what you really do. This whole, well, I'm going to take out a crowd of people. No, you're not, because there's going to be 3 behind you, 2 in front of you, 1 at the side, and you're just going to get bang, 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 you're bloody semi-unconscious. Next thing, you're on the floor and they're stamping on your head. People don't line up one at a time in real life. That's video games and Hollywood, okay? If you're ever in that kind of situation, take out the mouthpiece and run. Or just, you know what? Just fucking run. Save your strength. Go. Anyway, right. Is anyone else streaming Anarchy Online at the moment? Let's have a look. I suspect not, but we're going to check anyway, because, you know, you never know. Rubicar live feed, not quite the same thing. Oh, Lost is on. We can go raid Lost. I like Lost. I've no idea what she's playing. I don't care, because she's just funny no matter what she's playing. I just think she's hilarious. Right, we're raiding Lost. Enjoy all. Say hi. I'll be back on Wednesday this week. I'm definitely going to do a Wednesday stream unless my Tuesday shift is like real bad, but I doubt it. Anyway, love you all. Thank you for the conversation. Thank you for the input. Remember, James Burke's Connections, Carl Sagan, and Neil deGrasse Tyson, Richard Attenborough. You should watch all of their shows. They're very, very good. Until the next one, thank you very much for the resubs. Thank you for the follows. I love you all. See you then. Okay, folks. Bye for now.
Go for the eyes! Rusk!
Caldas, I'm kind of slowly retiring from the stream tonight. Giving that film canister would have earned you. I didn't.